Alrighty, yeah, I got the thing fixing. I just had to change some settings. But welcome everyone to my birthday stream. Whoopee, I am 25 years old if anyone gives a flying fuck. So welcome. Yo, we back. Damn straight, we're back, boy. Yeah, hello, Jaeger Bomb. Yes, Salos was sick, or at least was. Thank you everyone for sending me happy birthdays on my from Discord to Twitter or whatever. Thank you. And God bless for God. So on today's birthday stream, we're just close to 30. I'm at almost 5 more years, and yeah, it's that time of the day. Thank you, Jonathan Hayes. It's been a long time since seeing you. Sure, I'll invite guests. I actually was planning on inviting some guests. Now, how the fuck do I actually Yeah, I think I just figured out. I've not used StreamYard properly in years because I used to live in a place where I shit internet. That's why I stopped doing cringe-a-thons and shit like that, which is unfortunate because I liked doing cringe-a-thons. You were part of my wrestling fan base through Technical Workrate Productions. I remember seeing you from time to time, so yeah, on the videos. Well, happy early 30th to you, bud. Fine, but you know I'm Canadian. I don't celebrate, sadly, but I'd rather be American. Yeah, all right, the StreamYard link's there. If you all want to, like, some you want to join, we'll talk. If you want me to watch something, you know, or anything going on YouTube or talk about, sound it out below in the comments or whatever. I don't care. I definitely have been seeing this up. Life is good. That's good to hear. Recently, they have not noticed, I did a stream with a guy named Den of Tibbs. It was a lot of fun. It should be on his channel. I talked about it in the community post. We talked about Gideon, and all I have to say about Mr. Gideon is that I'm gonna give you about 1 to 4 months, and you'll be back to fucking streaming. Just you wait. Holy shit. Holy fuck, that was bad. Holy fuck, man. All right. Yeah, I don't get it. He doesn't even upload that much anyway. Fucking, what was the last video he talking about? Some football shit? Yo. Yeah, what's up, Brandon? There, but yeah, fucking Gideon is so full of shit. Like, that guy, if you haven't seen his little I quit video, oh, it's so fucking pathetic. I don't know if you want me to make like a whole video about Gideon Sound Off Below. In fact, now I think I actually have the option to do this. If I recall correctly, fucking, where is that shit? The vote option? Let's see. What's your favorite music to listen to? That would be metal music there, Jonathan Hayes, if you're wondering. Okay, there's the engaged audience. Start a poll, fans. Do you Alright, you guys want me to do Abe? I'm not particularly a fan of rap music for the most part, but that's mostly not because it's just for me and also certain cultural aspects. I'm like, ugh. But if you like it, more power to you. But anyway, poll should be up in a few seconds. Play Halo 3. Maybe I'll do that on Twitch at some point for future gameplay. I mean, that's popular to do. So yeah. Now hopefully that the poll works. Well, that's cool there, Jonathan Hayes. I mean, you like what you like. So long as it's not fucking certain cancer. That's all I can really say. Let's see. Okay, is this poll working? Guess it's not. Happy birthday. Thank you. Thank you. It's greatly appreciated. Again, if you have anything you want me to talk about, send it off before. It is my birthday. I'll only be alive for like what, an hour or so. And since my audio is more better, since I actually live in a place with fucking quality internet, I can actually do cringe-a-thons again. So expect that at some point soon. So that way I can at least be more active, considering at least on this channel, I barely fucking upload. That's really been a big problem. I barely upload. I only have like one video done in the works, so gotta fucking keep making more content, but that's life for you. Okay, so the poll's not working. But anyway, chat, for those who are still here, would you want me to do a video on Gideon, considering the whole I quit thing he did recently? Because I feel like I have a lot to say. I've been like the OG swinger at shitting on Gideon. Do you all remember my old videos on him? So let me know if you guys want that. I will gladly do it. There, but yeah. Speak. There. All right. Let's see if there's anything going on in the chat. But yeah. Yes, I'm talking about stupid porn. Oh God, what kind of shit's going on in the porn? I don't know. But hey, we finally have a guest. I guess his internet fucking is proper. He's never been on here before properly. Give a warm welcome to Christian Foretas. Welcome, Chris.
My last name is actually pronounced Frades.
Frades. Sorry, I'm retarded sometimes. I can't pronounce shit correctly. But anyway, welcome to the stream, bud.
Thank you so much, and I'm glad you're having a good birthday.
Oh yeah. I think I ate a little too much, but I don't really give a shit. Food's food. It's my birthday. Do what I want. So, Josh, what's going on in the stupid porn thing? You want to inform me in the chat, because I have no idea, because I don't keep up with that fucking Pornhub shit.
Well, given I'm a voice actor, I can do voice impressions of different Halo characters like, "When this is over, that hammer is going in someone's ass."
Yes, I believe you do YouTube videos doing like little voice impressions, if I recall correctly, right?
Oh yeah, Sergeant Major Johnson. He's obviously the comic relief of the original trilogy.
Yeah, that's one way to look at it. But anyway, is there anything you want to bring up for today or something? Like anything recently going on the internet you want to talk about?
Well, I'm just sick of Sony reducing physical media, because physical media like it or not, is a necessity for film shows and video games. Because without physical media, certain stuff would be lost forever.
I 100% agree. I mean, to be fair, Microsoft kind of started that trend years ago, slowly, but we didn't think about it. But yeah, I just don't see like the logic of it. You know, considering like there's some people want to do it for collections and shit. Also, like internet or whatever. I don't fucking get like the logic behind it. Like it's gonna be starting in 2028, so it is time to push back on it. But even then, watching like what's his face J Rans, for example, like a real one, someone you should all watch and subscribe to, by the way, on his gaming channel. He was talking about most of these people that were like raging about it are pretty much fake gamers, pretty much just fakes. Which that is true because most of these people are just frauds. They're just still gonna continue to dick ride and just fucking. They're only doing it really just because it's the popular thing to do right now, pretty much. Because gotta fit in, man. And plus, these are the same retards that bought GTA 6 fucking pre-order like a bunch of clowns. Am I right?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, definitely. But I noticed on Twitter of yours, you're a big fan of like old school stuff, which is based. I want you to talk about that for a bit.
Well, I'm an autistic man who is a lifelong fan of obscure film shows and video games that I've been a part of the Open Goal team for several months and thoughtfully convinced the people at the team to make Jack 3 playable via native PC port beta because Open Goal is the team that helped reverse engineer the Goal engine of the Jack and Daxter games so the trilogy can be playable on native PCs so people won't have to rely on PCSX2. And that includes mod support. Even the co-creators of Jack and Daxter, Andy Gavin and Jason Rubin, have officially endorsed OpenGoal. But we don't
That's
know if OpenGoal is working on a native PC port for Jack X Combat Racing, but we're definitely not doing Daxter and the Lost Frontier because Naughty Dog did not work on those spin-offs.
I see. That's very fascinating. It's good to know. Speaking of like old school physical media, I remember fucking there's this fucking site going on with the Xbox game preservation and shit, and apparently some of the people working at Xbox apparently have noticed it, so that's good. That's why I've been like, on Twitter, been encouraging fucking whatever, making sure to get people supporting that shit and all that. So, I make sure to fucking vote a lot of times for shit I want because I want more old games to play because old games are so much better, a lot better than modern slop.
Yeah, and I have lots of shelves of physical media that I can show to you right now.
Give us a tour. Give us a tour. Look at all those toys.
Homestar Wano is one of them. Here's even more. I even have comic books and books.
Jeez. Well, you're definitely a collector, I can definitely tell.
Your Blu-rays will make a fine addition to my collection.
It sure would, man. It really would. So what made you interested in collecting physical media?
Well, when I was 3 years old, that I had a lot of VHS tapes, and I was impersonating the characters, like I was impersonating characters from VeggieTales, Barney the Dinosaur, Dumbo, Snow White, and I even am interested in looking at the names of the credits of the voice actors at a young age. I even remember owning a DVD of the Buzz Lightyear of Star Command pilot movie, which unfortunately John Lasseter hated, though.
You mean the guy who made fucking cars and like other things, John Lasseter? Is that who I'm thinking, or is that someone else?
Yeah, it's the same guy who created Toy Story, and he wasn't a fan of that Buzz Lightyear animated series, so.
Hmm. That's unfortunate.
But good thing the Buzz Lightyear of Star Command video game is getting an official re release.
That's good. It's always good to see games get re-released or like backwards compatible and shit. Because especially Xbox, there's some like games that have been delisted, like the Left 4 Dead games, Mortal Kombat 9 for some reason, which is like makes no fucking sense. I'm like, why? If they were already backwards compatible to begin with, why were they delisted? You know, it just makes no sense.
Specifically, Digital Eclipse is working on that because they're not only re-releasing that particular Toy Story game, but they've been working on a Toy Story game collection that has fifth generation Toy Story games, as well as the Bugs Life video game. And a physical edition combines that with the complete version of the Toy Story 3 video game.
Really?
Yep, the physical copies are going to come out this October.
Well, that's cool. Like to see that. Hope it does well, because guys send a message to like Sony and Microsoft and shit. You know, like that physical media is what we want. We don't want like government tracking us. It's much like digital money. You know, the government is just going to just make sure they see everything we buy. You will owe fuck. You will owe nothing and be happy.
Yeah, good thing I used my Xbox Series X to watch DVDs and
Oh,
Blu-rays.
that's I'm surprised you can do that, but yeah, that's fucking good to have. Otherwise, like, ooh, it'd be pretty fucking brutal. That's for damn sure.
I appreciate my man.
Is there anything else you want to talk about or what? What's going on here, bro?
Well, with my voice acting career, that I do voice acting for other YouTube channels as well as indie games and indie shorts. I voiced in a cartoon short by another Canadian named DJ Barry, aka No Parking Barry. I voiced a character named Beanie in the short called The Grover Guys, which is essentially a reimagining of the Dover Boys short from Looney Tunes.
Oh boy, that's nice. At
Yeah,
least
and
you
he
get
appreciated my work that he gave me a free t-shirt of the characters, and I'm so impressed by his animation and drawing skills.
that's good.
In fact, he even did a drawing of Frankie Foster, the character on my profile pic as well. He's really good at drawing.
Yeah, I can tell just from like what you've been telling me, so that's good. And you're getting your name out there. It's not easy getting like some work done in that particular field, knowing how things are. And also, I just want to shout out Kool-Aid Gamer. Yes, fuck the government. They're no better than Nazis. Unfortunately, the government is basically authoritarian commies or Nazis, depending on which part of the world we are living in. So yes, I can always appreciate that.
Well, here's some Calculon improv that I made. That was so terrible, I think it gave me a card carrying communist.
Yeah, ah, ah.
Voiced
We
by
love.
Maurice LaMarche. Have you heard of him?
Doesn't ring a bell.
Maurice LaMarche is a talented Canadian voice actor. He voiced in Futurama, Pinky and the Brain, Animaniacs, Toucan Sam, Elf. He also voiced Mr. Freeze from Batman Arkham City. And he also voiced, he even voiced Inspector Gadget. And he voiced, you know, um, Orson Welles in various animated projects and stuff like that. He's such a good voice actor.
That sounds a good resume. We have Futurama on your list and other things, so it's got some of that what the kids will call skills. So yeah, that's for sure. Have you been just? How do you join the chat? I put a comment or some shit earlier. Let me just find it, unless it's just gone or something again or something. But I put it in. See this? You just go up a little bit by like almost 20 minutes ago. I just put it in the fucking whatever. Actually, hold on. You know what? Let me just be a nice guy. I'm just gonna 'Cause I'm assuming you want to join, Josh. I'm just gonna copy it and paste. So there you go. If you want to join, here you go. That goes for anyone else. Keep the conversation going. It's not like there's gonna be a super long stream. I'm only gonna be doing this for, well, I guess for pretty much fucking another half an hour or so. Because I know I got to do a stream at around 5:30 for another YouTuber named Triton. So you should all check that out. It's gonna be very good.
Yeah, and I have some good news. One of my favorite actresses, Shailene Woodley, just got an Emmy nomination.
Congrats. What for what role?
She played a guest role of Annie Clay from the Hulu series Paradise. And did you know that she nearly played Mary Jane Watson?
For what? Like the Spider-Man movies, like the Tobey Maguire ones?
Andrew Garfield.
Oh. Oh yeah, that got up to what's her face? That chick from Zombieland.
Emma Stone.
Yeah, that's who it was.
But as I was saying, Shailene Woodley, she filmed scenes for MJ Watson in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, but they were cut considering that Sony thought that there
No
were too
prob.
many characters.
Interesting. Black Ops 1 and 2 is gonna flock from before on PS4 because it's not HD remaster. It's really there's no DLCs included, so it's just a half-ass job, and it's probably gonna be It probably will sell a decent amount of copies just because it's Call of Duty. But yeah, that's pretty fucking like stupid.
I remember when I was 14 years old, that they had Arkham Asylum Game of the Year with all the DLC inside the disc. And the year after, I learned about Arkham City Game of the Year, which had all the DLC in that disc as well.
Yeah, that's interesting. But yeah, it's just so like you're telling me that okay, your devices are not connected there, Mister Briggs. So you might want to like fucking like fix your shit or something. Read the comment. Sony should have just made the P. I'm surprised they weren't backwards compatible because I know they're backwards compatible on like the Xbox and shit. That just makes no sense.
Well, to be fair, it has something to do with cell processing.
What even explain? 'Cause I have no idea.
Because you know that the PlayStation 3 has a unique type of hardware that uses cell processing, and it's the very first console to use a Blu-ray. So it uses cell processing to its advantage, like for particle effects like that Ratchet and Clank, the future games, God of War 3 and Ascension, and the infamous games were designed for the PS3 in mind because the cell processing units can help give it an advantage.
Interesting. So I guess it's because it's a pain in the ass to fucking code or something. That's probably my guess. But even then, it's only like Call of Duty. I don't know. It was easy for Microsoft to do it, and considering the PS4 and 5 are way more powerful systems than the PS3, I don't know. It should be like an easy slam dunk, but that's just me.
Yeah, and I'm just sick of companies imposing bad business practices. But on the good side, I have been a PC gamer for months, and I use GOG and emulation.
Well, that's good. But yeah, so yeah, as soon as I switch to PC game and never back to console, yeah, because when you're like into PC gaming, you get all the good shit and also all the mods. So it's like, yeah, PC gaming wins, LOL. So like, there's no point in going to like console game unless you don't have the money, which I don't, unfortunately. Otherwise, probably would be on PC gaming trying to figure out how to record shit properly. Because I know people want to play certain mods for games. I've already mentioned this before, but still. So, happy for
I,
Destructor. Can't wait for you to call him more anti-wall bullcrap. Yeah, The right people, of course, like the loser types that find the right video. As everyone knows, I don't call people for the sake of it. Otherwise, I'd be milking Andy Pants Gaming and ranting for vengeance. Even though they are retards that do deserve to be bullied, but still. But thank you nonetheless. Okay, now we're gonna bring another guest in because I think his mic's working. Josh Briggs, welcome to the show.
Hi, Josh.
Hello. How are you, Destructor? What's up?
Good, good. How about you?
I'm feeling so blessed. I'm very glad that your channel has exposed so many stupidity. It is just so incredible about your channel. I actually was a fan of your wrestling channel way back in the day, but oh my gosh, it's like you were just absolutely extreme.
Yeah, that's pretty much my personality. I have to be extreme for mentally challenged people. It does a number to one's head, but thankfully I have the strength to keep up with stupidity, so it's not all that big of
Amen
a
to
deal.
that. Amen to that.
So anyway, what would you want to talk about today?
Um, well, I've been a huge fan of yours. I'm actually a well of good of my subscribers, so that's a good thing.
Thank you.
I'm a Christian. What do you want to talk about?
Well, believe it or not, one of my biggest achievements is that I'm a GIF creator for Tenor. No monetization, but to help preserve memories of film, shows, and video games. To help increase physical media sales and emulation rates. Because I made lots of GIFs of a particular video game, like Scalar, for instance. Have you heard of it?
No, it does not ring any bells at all.
Scalar is a family-friendly Jack and Daxter inspired game about a 12-year-old skateboarder and lizard activist who gets transformed into a blue lizard and has to deal with evil lizards. Matthew Mercer, of all people, voiced Bobby Scalar Jenkins in one of his earliest roles. It's also a fun collectathon in that every animation of Scalar finding a lizard egg is unique. There are 20 lizard eggs.
Oh, 20 of them.
Yeah. Scalar even has transformation mechanics, so Scalar can transform into different forms of enemies to gain access, and he can grind on rails and go underwater, kind of like Ratchet and Clank.
That's kind of cool.
Fascinating. It seems to be your main calling. I'm assuming you make YouTube videos about this, Christian, if I had to guess.
Yeah, and I also made GIFs about Scalar, like I recorded gameplay of Scalar on PCSX2 to help preserve the game.
Nice. At least you have a little following for that, so at least you're doing something. Back to the chat. Happy for Destructor, thank you. And yes, Gideon's a complete joke. Been saying that forever. And I will continue to keep saying that until the end of time.
That thing that he did with him at EDP was a complete flop.
Oh, don't get me started on that, because
Yeah.
like the cupcake suit was funny, but it was just so stupid considering, well, wasn't needed.
Yeah.
Like, you confront the man in a fucking dialysis center. Now he just gets to roam around and just be like in YouTube internet purgatory of just still being on YouTube for some reason, and then just kind of like flopping around. I don't know. It's retarded, but it is YouTube we're talking about. So I don't know. Give it like
he's actually been watching too much porn.
that is so true. Just look at his eyes. Like, oh my lord.
Yeah.
Even Shailene Woodley would be disgusted by him because, she described that subject as essentially fast food.
Oh, that's actually hilarious when you think about it. Just knowing what EDP's favorite type of food is. Oh god.
And Shailene, she has ADHD, so she's neurodivergent like me.
Based. But anyway, yeah, that's. Was speaking of, how long guys will think it will take for EDP to get properly banned again? Like there goes on a few chats, so like how much you thinking?
I'm betting probably around. I think we're gonna estimate about. 3 years, I'm guessing.
I wish. I hope it's not that long. I hope not. That would be terrible.
My less, a good, less, a good less, uh, estimation would probably be, hopefully for about 6 months. That's how. That's how short that I'm gonna be. I could be totally wrong on that. It could be 3 months. It could be 2 months. It could be even a week or something. We just don't know.
Well, I mean, it was like what? Because the last channel, it took like about what, almost a year or some shit or whatever, roughly.
Yes. Yeah.
And granted, like it was about a month or so for the current channel before it got reinstated, because I guess like YouTube thought it was like a bunch of mass reporting bot shit. So, if I had to guess, I wouldn't be shocked if you are right about like 6 months, because for some reason it takes a while for that fat fuck to be banned. I really don't get it, but time will
I
tell.
actually do not understand why he keeps getting away with every single thing.
He's a karma Houdini.
It's just absolutely crazy. It is just absolutely a joke.
Yeah, it really. Yeah, it definitely makes YouTube look more worse than they are. Both Sony and Xbox need to stop making bad business. Yeah, you think so? Like it would be like logical sense to like make business decisions that are what the people want. But apparently, both of them, more so fucking Sony these days, because Xbox has been taking a couple W's lately. But still, even I don't know what's going on like the gaming industry. Is like it's like the people working out there are just buffoons who just hate people. I guess like us or something, normal people. Urabul's citizen vigilantes.
Vigilante.
Yeah, that guy's an idiot. I tried watching that Blood Rain movie he did with that fucking Terminator 3 chick as the starting lead. God damn, was it
Christiana Loken.
Yeah, that hot broad. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I couldn't finish it. It was so bad. It's like what the fuck? What were you doing?
Well, good thing Laura Bailey, the OG voice actress of Rain, admitted that film was terrible and disrespectful for fans of the game. So if I were a filmmaker, I would have either Sadie Sink or Bella Thorne for the role of Rain, and it helps that Bella Thorne is a huge fan of a horror genre.
That would be nice, but that won't happen because the series is irrelevant. But still, like Bol, I swear, I forgot this guy's name, but he talks in like like that type of pretentious voice where he just shit talks a bunch of movies, like a bunch of Steven Seagal movies, and it's hilarious. But
JonTron roasted Steven Seagal as well.
Well, of course, almost everyone does because his movies are hilarious. There, see back to the chat. But yeah, it's fucking hilarious. Like with this shit. So I don't know. We'll see what happens in the next few years. Maybe Sony will actually fix their shit. I hope so we get more healthy competition, but I doubt it. So either way, just go to game PCs and get your mods on your favorite games, and we are all gonna be happy because that's all that matters. PC game for the win, and just leave the dust for the losers. You catch my drift.
It reminds me of when Fox owned film rights of Marvel characters like Daredevil, Fantastic Four, and X-Men because they brought healthy competition for people who are sick of overly quippy MCU movies, because the X-Men movies focused on introspective drama. Daredevil's gritty urban crime thriller. Elektra is a Greek martial arts tragedy, and Fantastic Four is more cheery and true to Stan Lee's run, whereas Josh Trank's 2015 one is more of a body horror avant-garde Elseworld.
Neat. But yeah, healthy competition is good. At least that's why I can give like Xbox some minor credit lately, especially like putting the new Gears of War game, being an Xbox exclusive as it should be, or they have another game called Clockwork Tower or some shit, I think it's called. That's like only on Xbox. Like this PC, but like come on, PCs are PCs. But for just consoles, like it's good that they're at least making the small steps in the right direction for shit like that. So like I can give them credit for that, reducing the prices for Game Pass, all that type of shit. At least there's something I can say nice about Microsoft, at least with Xbox here and there. Not a lot because they're still Xbox. Like fucking Jackass is raising the prices for the consoles. But I can at least say minor W's they've been taking. Like, what the fuck has Sony done? Fuck all. All they do is just ruin gaming with their movie slop gay games. Like, I don't know. That's just me personally, but whatever.
I definitely prefer Greek Kratos over Dad of Boy.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, we're getting old. We're all old heads here. Okay, this is like the chat of nostalgia, LOL, all that good shit. But glad you showed up there, Prince of the Ring.
What's wrong? I want the process.
Oh no, we getting Lord of the Rings in here. The little troll.
Oh,
No, he's a hobbit, a corrupted hobbit.
They look like trolls. I can't tell the difference.
Well, there is
a very
cave
old
troll
hobbit,
in
though.
Fellowship.
I see. I don't think I only ever watched one fucking Lord of the Rings movie. And I was like, I think the first one.
Oh man, they are so good.
Well, did you know that there are extended editions?
No.
The extended editions are more true to the books, that Peter Jackson made extended versions of each of the Lord of the Rings and Hobbit movies with at least 30 extra minutes of footage reinstated with newly made music and visual effects.
Interesting.
In fact, some of the most notable scenes originated from those extended cuts.
Good to know. That's a lot of information to know, but yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think. What the hell is we talking about here? Fuck. Anything you guys want to talk about?
Anyone? Anybody?
Oh, it's your channel, Destructor. You're the boss.
That's why I'm asking you guys, because I can't think of much of anything right now, because I'm just thinking like, what the people want to talk about. So I don't know. Chat, what do you guys want me to talk about? Any YouTube stuff going on lately? I have no mind talking about that bullshit. So sound it off. There. So how are you guys' days, man? How's it going on?
Pretty good. I went to Planet Fitness.
I see you work out.
Yeah, and I even swim.
That's good. Exercise is good for the soul.
Amen.
That's for sure, because we can't just sit around and do nothing. Otherwise, we will look like EDP. Hello, person. How you doing? But yeah, thank you. It's been appreciated. All the kind. Happy birthdays.
Yeah, happy birthday, Destructor.
Yes, it's been a birthday extravaganza there, Taz. As a kid.
Considering that I'm a GIF archivist, I've been making GIFs based off of the OG version of Halo 2 because I'm sick of people blindly using the ones from Anniversary and to help preserve gaming history for the better.
That is good. Granted, I do think Halo 2 Anniversary is good, but yeah, it's always good to have the original there somewhere. And unlike
I I also
Unlike
made
a s-
GIFs based off of the collector's edition bonus features.
I'm coming back. Hey, good for I mean, hey, good for you. Best of luck on your career there, dude. Can't have that. But yeah, but unlike a certain Halo campaign Evolved, where it's just AI grok, Halo 2 University is at least good, but still, it's always good to preserve the classic Bungie games because back when Halo was relevant, Bungie was at top of the world, made by a bunch of geniuses who just knew how to make things relevant. Fuck, it was so relevant that let's put it this way, fucking Hollywood was losing money because of Halo 3. So shows you how relevant Halo was once. All right, so we have another guest finally. Something I should keep the conversation going for a little while longer. Give a round of applause to Prince of the Ring. How you doing, pal? What's going on, Britt?
The YouTuber formerly known as Just Prince.
Oh no. Oh, I don't know how he's gonna feel about that.
I have a good sense of
Hello,
humor.
hello.
Hello, Prince. How you
Yeah, man,
doing?
I'm alright.
Hi, Prince.
Yeah, I'm alright. Not too bad, man. Just relaxing. Unfortunately, it's midnight. But do you know what? Pretty happy, man. Just did a half a marathon a month ago. Go in the studio, making beats. Life is good. Life is really good.
Making beats. So like, what are you doing? Like making rap music or something? Like, what's going on there, bud?
Well, basically, to summarize this, I'm in like a proper music studio. So learning how to use the interface, learning the equipment here and there, like different type of genres, bro. I'm actually doing a full course. So yeah, sound engineer, and that's where the money's at, folks. People think the money is the musician. If you've seen so many videos of like top musicians you think they're making so much money in reality, the sound engineers, the record holders, the producers, that's where the money's at, where most musicians actually are broke. But that's from another time for another day.
Interesting. Yeah, but that makes sense because the music industry, because like a lot of the people there, pretty much like the producers and like all the record labels and shit are the ones that make the money and
Yes,
not fucking
the musician. Well,
yeah, all the good all the
it's very
musicians.
simple. It was very simple because most musicians, they're not exactly came from rich backgrounds. They don't read the contract. So someone offer you like say 100K for like for everything. Next week, that song can make tens of millions, but you don't get a dime because you haven't read the contract. Shits like this, you have to be read everything carefully because otherwise you get fucked over.
Yeah, that's how it is. I know like Dragon Force, like when they had Guitar Hero, like back in the day when they threw the Fire and Flame song, they
Yeah,
fucking only made about $10,000 and shit.
it's
And
crazy.
like, and the song blew up for them pretty much. And yeah, they started making more money, I guess, because they got more notoriety. And well,
Yeah,
they didn't see a dime from that shit. It went to like the fucking record labels.
that's what I'm saying. This is why I noticed that the richest musicians, actually the ones who actually own the musicians, actually mostly independent musicians, because most of them, they own their label, they own their masters. That's what they're officially called. They own their masters. So when people say I own my tunes, what they're saying, they own their masters. It's like Michael Jackson. Back in the day, he was so rich because he not only brought his own, so nobody could buy it out from him, he even brought the Beatles. And this is a funny story. You know Paul McCartney from the Beatles?
Yeah. What's the whole point here?
Well, basically, Paul McCartney giving advice to Michael Jackson, say, hey, to get a lot of money from the music industry, you should buy the masters. Guess what? The Beatles was for sale. The Beatles haven't owned their music. So what Michael Jackson did, he brought it. And Paul McCartney was pissed. I was like, hang on a second, why you brought mine? But in my opinion, it's like, how the hell you didn't buy your own masters after, the Beatles disbanded? So it's kind of like an L move for Paul McCartney or hissy fit, whilst Michael Jackson just did a smart business move.
Yeah, he went a little too far into the sun, and that's why, well, he hasn't.
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
know that there's a Powerpuff Girls episode called Meet the Beatles?
Nope.
No.
Yeah, it's about Mojo Jojo, him, Princess Morbucks, and Fuzzy Lumpkins, and they become a team of supervillains after they beat all the Powerpuff Girls. But the professor decided to help the Powerpuff Girls stop them by bringing Moko Jono as Mojo Jojo's love interest, and she screeches like, "Ah! Ah!
Oh no.
Ah!" and it caused the group of supervillains to be abandoned.
Ah, interesting.
I'm
So you
a
talk,
destructor. I'm about to thank you for. Thank you for spending. I'm gonna thank you very much for your channel. I really hope. I really hope it's all the best, and I'm actually going now, so you're on your own with these two good folks. I'll see you later. Peace out,
I'm
man.
Take
God
care, bro.
bless.
God bless.
Bye.
Peace out.
Peace out, man.
Peace. Alrighty, well that was a lovely folk, but yeah. So yeah, I don't know. The stream will be ending soon anyway, but I'm just judging by like how everything has been sounding. I'll definitely will say now, and I'll make a community post about it just so more people see it. Cringeathons will be back. When? Not sure, but they will be back because I think the audio is much better now since I moved. So we'll definitely be getting into the spirit of cringing at retards, and I definitely have at least
Yay.
there's 2 subjects that are guaranteed. Dustin Nunn's Rumble channel, and of course, Ranting Revenges. Those are 2 guaranteed subjects. There'll be more, but those are a starting point, so that's all good.
Well, this is a definition of peak unemployability content at its finest. Peak
Well,
unemployment.
hey, I mean, hey, my country's in a recession here, okay? My country's
Aren't we all?
it's the biggest laughing stock of all like the proper, like most sophisticated countries, okay? My country's retarded. Even your country is not as brain dead. At least you guys are not in a recession.
Well, I did go through. My country went through a recession when I was 11 years old back in 2008. But
Jesus
at least we
Christ.
got The Dark Knight, Iron Man, Incredible Hulk, Madagascar 2, Kung Fu Panda, stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, but it wasn't as bad because like fucking America, they just quickly recovered. Whatever, it was like just a small setback. Canada is a lot more retarded. So
Oh,
they're
sorry to hear
Well,
that. I don't
well,
like
well,
Justin Trudeau.
it's not
well,
even
actually,
Trudeau. It's
well, hold
fucking that
on,
globalist banker Mark Carney.
well,
Mis-
well, hold on.
Sir, I wouldn't leave my kids around with.
Actually, there's some
As
information
Cyborg from
about
Teen
it. Is
Titans
that
would say,
basically in 2008, when the Great Recession did occur with Canada, the bank governor at the time, now former prime minister, now current prime minister Mark Carney, was in the same government Stephen Harper's, and I did some information about it in 2009, 2010. The Canadian economy actually did bounce back, but Stephen Harper, because I don't know, some bad blood around the foot knows why, dismissed him at 2013. But actually, in 2009, 2010, Canada did bounce back the Great Recession.
Yeah.
as
Not the United
I was
States, not
saying,
the
as
States,
I was saying,
but as better.
never mind. Go on.
Go ahead, Prince.
No, I'd say for it did bounce back, but not at the same level as the United States under Obama with his economic rebound, but better than, let's say, Greece. That place haven't bounced back until 2018, the era of austerity, because the Greeks were like even worse. You say, oh, Canada is worse? Trust me, Canada is nothing compared to what the Greeks did. Because what basically did, government borrowing. Basically, they did that to extreme levels, and they lied to the Germans to say, "Oh, we are, prosperous." Morality, actually, we're broke. So what they did, take a lot of money and haven't actually spent it properly. That lead to the crisis that the Great Recession caused in Greece, particularly. Didn't bounce back until 2018. So Canada is actually nothing. So when you actually do your research, you realize that, damn, it could be a lot worse.
Okay, yeah, that was like long ago, and plus this is not like how it was, because before 2015, Canada wasn't retarded and shit, you know. So there's like a bunch of different factors. Now, yeah, Carney was like Mr. Banker and shit, but again, though they weren't like the de facto like really doing much of the decisions, like because Canada's like all parliamentary bullshit.
Yeah, like close, isn't it?
Yeah,
Parliamentary
like
democracy.
that was more like on like what Harper was doing, like the conservatives were doing at the time and shit. And credit to them, they were at least competent at not making Canada poor, but still, we're not in like that era of Canada where it actually has a brain. Canada kind of threw away his brain once Justin male feminist Trudeau got in office,
What shit,
and
Nick?
plus,
No.
not to mention, you've seen what Carney Boy's done to your country with his banking skills. Not good.
Well, I can say that. So basically, he was the bank governor between 2013 to 2020. And one thing that he did say that he did warn about Brexit, but he kind of lied to a degree that said Brexit would be a massive disaster. It actually didn't. There's a lot of misconception. It actually did bounce back the economy for a while. It did was not good, but that's because of COVID, isn't it? When COVID, the whole entire global economy did shut down. But after 2022, 2021, it did bounce back. So he did has a half truth that it did affect, but it was not as disaster. You get what I'm saying? So he's kind of like half truths, like a lot of people say, but not that crazy you say before. So he did
It
some
was
good, but not. I would not. He did some good stuff. No denying there, but it could be a lot better, like anything, innit?
But just like at least when it comes like England or some shit, like difference, like with that stuff, like when you guys were like you just wanted to be more financially independent, so there was always
Yeah,
going to be some stuff. Like
yeah, of course.
so that's what it was about. So it was always going to be like some negative side effects and positive. So you just got to take the good with the bad. So
Yeah,
that's how it was.
of course, of course. A lot of people heavily underestimate that fact. What you say before is true because don't forget, Britain has joined the European Union in like 1993. So almost 30 years of economic partnership with Europe. But historically, it's with like other countries. But after when we left the European Union, Britain traded a lot more countries, like say the US to India to Japan to Australia to New Zealand, not Europe. So what actually is, so you mentioned a financial dependent, that is true, but also it spread the horizon with more trade deals. And I think that's what's up because you do one thing, you as a country, you do not want to trade with only one nation because it leads to economic colonization. There's a lot of countries in the world who have only one trade partner, and like they are independent, like politically, but economically, I wouldn't say they are independent because they only rely on one country to be their main economic source. You're gonna say you need to a diversified trade routes. That's why a lot of British people voted out the EU because British people fearing that our economy were relying on one economy, aka economic colonization. And many British people like ain't happening that. So since 2020, it get out of the EU centric one trade policy with only one government, that is Brussels dictate. Instead, London dictate their own trade routes. And so far, did a lot of success.
It's been a slow grind, but hey, that's England. At least I'm sure eventually maybe England will figure out their shit. I mean, if that dipshit what's his face, Cow Steamer or whatever
Oh,
his
he's
name is,
left. He resigned.
yeah,
He
I know.
resigned.
If you guys can get him to resign, I'm sure
Oh,
you
he
have a
already did.
little bit of
He already
hope.
did. He already did.
Yeah, if you can get that idiot to resign, I'm sure you have some hope. But
No, he
any,
already did. He's already did.
I know that's what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
anyway, back to other topics. So what else have you been up to?
Well, fitness wise, man, I did, really, really well. Did the great. I did myself my first ever half the marathon, 2 hours and 34 minutes. Nothing to blood, nothing too crazy. Not like it's something amazing, anything. Nah, it's amazing. Like one thing I learned for doing this half the marathon stuff, that anything can be possible. Because I actually want to give you a question for both of you. How many people in the world do you think did half the marathon? There's 8 billion people in the world. How many people you think did a half a marathon at least once in their lives, at least once.
Probably. Oh well, he's gone. I
Oh.
don't know. Probably not too much. I don't know if I had to guess.
Well, too little actually. It's only 2 million people in the world actually did a half a marathon. Think about it. There's more millionaires, and this is true. There's more millionaires in the world than people did half the marathons. The number for the millionaires is 64 million, roughly 64. So 60 million plus people in the world who actually are millionaires. Think about that. Versus 2 million people who did half the marathons.
That's crazy. But again, it is easier to be a fucking millionaire than to do like a marathon.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Because I remember I was chatting to this person about it, and it's like, it's crazy that it's a lot easier to make money, like be a millionaire, than people actually doing half the marathon. Because half the marathon or marathon training, it's about commitment, isn't it? It's you on yourself only. You have to be physical fit. You have to able to push yourself to be in that pinnacle to complete a half the marathon. So it does make sense. It does make sense to you said, like, it's a lot easier to be rich than be healthy and wealth. The case in point, look at the United States of America. Heck, 70% of the population is fat.
They're
Think about
hailing from, they quote Scott Steiner, hailing from Dunkin' Donuts, from the great state of obesity.
But it's crazy, man. Like, I look at some of the food portions, I'm like, surely this is illegal. Because the mad part about it is that in America, there's certain foods that you're not allowed to actually have in the UK because of too much chemicals in your food. So basically, if you look at like meats, like in Britain, we don't have American meat. We don't have like American cows, American chicken. It's basically just British meat because of the fact of American meat, just too much chemicals. If you generally look at American food versus European food, you legit look at just chicken in America versus chicken in Europe.
Oh yeah, it looks like steroided as shit.
That's what I'm saying. Because
like I know what you're talking about. Like the food, like if you look at the chickens, they're like, oh, they fucking look like sumo wrestlers, or like they just look so cartoonishly like roided up. Like, I am big, I am bad, I am big, big, I big everything, big dick, big meat, big balls, big. Because America is all gotta be big and loud,
yeah,
monster trucks and Sweet Home Alabamas and all that good shit. But anyway, we're getting off track.
Have you seen eggs in America? That fucking ostrich eggs. They're legit fucking huge. I'm like, yo, where are we getting that, man?
They're I'm not surprised that RFK, or at least like they're trying to like address it. I use that in quotation, trying, because we know it don't matter. We don't know, it doesn't really matter who's in office. They'll never fix the food because it's just designed to poison you.
Yes, that's the word. You legit took my words out of my mouth, because in my opinion, and I think I don't know if it's safe conspiracy. I think it's true, because look, if you have a population that is fat, that means they're more likely to be diabetic. They're more likely to have high blood pressures. Who do you think is benefit? Who do you think be benefit? The medical industry, right? And think about how much money the big American medical companies have, because they don't have like universal healthcare. That means they can profitize their own citizens from making their citizens fat. They make their citizens fat. That means more money goes to the hospitals. That means more Americans be debt. That means more money goes to the big pharma and big takeaway industries. If you really think about it, Disruptor, if you really think about everyone else, it's extremely sinister. If you actually generally think about it, them dots are lined for a reason.
Yep.
Like, if you generally think about it, it's like, it's so sinister. Because I remember when I saw like a video of like US health costs versus UK health costs. Basically, UK healthcare is just non-existent because it's basically free. Basically, I didn't know this. In America, it costs £10,000 or dollars for you, Disruptor, to actually pay to get an ambulance. Think about 10K. think about 10K for an ambulance. In America, what people have epilepsy, they actually have to put a ban now of say, if I'm having epilepsy seizure, do not call an ambulance because I don't be in debt. Think about that.
That's crazy. But
It's
yeah,
crazy.
thank you. Happy birthday. Yep. Thank you. Thank you.
It's
Um,
insane. It's insane.
Yeah, they basically live on a fucking culture of debt, like credit cards, debit cards, whatever. That's America for you.
Yeah, I felt as well like when you mentioned that as well with debt, such an important thing because like why America is so hyper capitalism. It's like the ultra trend of pure capitalism because like why in America don't they actually talk about in the politics about healthcare reform? They think it's communist. How the hell they're the only highly developing country in the world that doesn't have a universal healthcare? Think about that. American allies has universal healthcare or partially free healthcare. Even
Money. That's why.
why? There's the answer. That is true. It's because of money. What do you think is more?
They have a huge population, so they can like exploit that.
Yes.
It's the only reason why, like, okay, our countries, have the healthcare and shit, whatever, because well, it doesn't cost that much, at least compared to America. But still,
I think
because
as well, I would say I kind of disagree because like you look at Japan. Japan has like 130 million. Like they have a free. Yeah.
that's nothing like America.
That's even, but you get what I'm saying. I generally do believe that, like, yeah, even though America might have a high population, but there's even poorer countries in the world that actually has partially free healthcare. That's mad to say, but it's true because in my eyes, it's not because of population, it's because of profits. Because it's easier to make the citizens more in debt, so they spend more money in the system than have, say, a free healthcare. Because they have free healthcare, despite they got the GDP to do it, but because of the word you just said before, the structure, money, the amount of money that the US pharmaceutical industry made, it's just too profitable to destroy it. It legit, if it happens, that's a miracle. You need I'm talking about a universal mandate for the American citizens. But I just highly doubt that because most Americans, they're not interested about the bread and butter issue. They're more interested in what a celebrity says on Twitter over than say the healthcare or the education system or the infrastructure, the bread and butter issue. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's definitely America's just when it comes to, like how they do it. It's really like again more of a like money and they have a very interesting way of dealing with things.
Yeah.
As much as we can dunk on America, I mean, I know I like to clown on them for being fat and whatever,
Well,
but I
they have
still rather be in America than Canada. Like I still like America overall, despite their clear flaws and shit, because America does things that no other country will have and shit. So there's that. Maybe they'll get their
it's like any, it's kind of like any country in the world, isn't it? It's like a lot of people.
some countries are complete shitholes that have little to no
Yeah, of
redeeming
course. I'm not
qualities.
saying every country. I'm not saying fucking North Korea. Like, oh yeah, North Korea. That's so
No,
positive.
I wasn't talking about North Korea. I was talking about like India or fucking China. Like those
Yeah,
countries
that's
can
what I'm saying.
fuck.
I'm not saying those countries. I'm not saying those countries, but you get what I'm saying. It's like like there is a positive element with some countries. You get what I'm saying, like, but in the same time, though, a lot of people need to realize that what you do see. It's like what you do see the internet is not always true. That's one. But number two, it's kind of like take the good and take with the bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's pretty much what you gotta do. Take the good and the bad, and depends on what you want from a said
Yeah,
country or whatever. Me,
yeah.
I like more gun rights and just less government bureaucracy garbage. So that's why America appeals to me more than say Canada or some shit.
Interesting. You say about the guns. Explain.
Well, Canada, okay, put it this way. In my country, you don't really get gun rights pretty much at all. Like a
Same.
lot of there's no such thing as gun rights. It's just like illegal, like it's not allowed, whatever. America, yeah, some states have some gun control, but it's not communist levels of shit. At least you have like ways to the
Here's the thing I do disagree on. Like, I'm one of those people. that like you gotta look like America with a gun and stuff. Like you think owning a gun is cool. Well, that's your personal opinion. We're not talking about the ownership of the gun, but it's about how it's too easy. It's way too easy to own a gun, like buy a gun. Like it's more easier than ordering a Big Mac. That's crazy to say.
Big.
Think about that, bro. Big Mac. That's their national dish, my guy. And that's easy to get a pistol than a Big Mac. And it does lead to, again, more school shootings. But of course, I
Thank
thought
you.
in my eyes, it's like this, that when American politicians back in the day try to say, oh, guns don't kill people, video games do. I'm like, you sure about that?
Yeah, I know. See, guns don't. It's always I always use American Dad for this comparison. I even know the guy's like whatever, a liberal in real life, but like, see, guns are not the thing that kills people. It's fucking people that kill people. Like, I do agree that like America is a little too lenient when it comes to guns. Like,
Way too
they should
lenient.
probably
Yeah,
have a little
too
more
lenient.
strict. Because I know some countries. I think like I don't know about Finland, but I know Japan has like they're allowed to have guns, but you have to like regularly check in to make sure you're eligible
think
or some
Swi-
shit.
Yeah, Switzerland. That's the country you mentioned.
I didn't mention them, but yeah, I think Switzerland and Finland are have like they're not like they're not the UK or France or some shit.
Yeah, but I feel in the same time though, it's like with guns, it's like when it's so easy and no background checks, like you can just buy it like it's like a supermarket. That's gonna lead, what we see in America, a uniquely American thing that is, shootings in general. That also as well linked with like going to school. Like you want to go to school, not worried about some guy listening to like Chris Benoit and he's like, you know what? Let me play. Nah, man. You don't want to play no Russian simulator. You're like, oh shit, what's that Call of Duty? You're like, oh fucking, oh Bumbleclap, man, I'm good. You get what I'm saying? So I felt like it's
We need like a little background checks or some shit. That's what you're trying to get.
I think I think owning a gun. I thought you need. In my opinion, like this, right? The hopefully the perfect way, but it's not really perfect, but better than nothing. Background checks. That is one. Number two, you have a license, and number three, it shouldn't be easy to own a gun, but it shouldn't be hard, but it shouldn't be too easy. It should be roughly be like, if you want to own a gun, you must have your background checks, get your ID sorted, actually check if you have any like prior health problems, like mental problems, to show like if you have mental health problems, you cannot own a gun. So if you have bipolar disorder, depression, anything to can't even allowed to say on YouTube about getting demonetized or
I don't really care.
suicide or any type of stuff, you're bad. You're bad for it. For regular folks, like, because I know you live in Canada and there's a lot of hunting stuff, what I would do, allow a hunting license. And again, the same thing, but you get like a special license called hunting rifle license. For that license, you're allowed to get hunting weapons. For civilian use, that's again another background checks. That's about it. But I thought with America, it's just way too lenient and just like no enforcement of it. Because I know a lot of Americans are proud to own a gun. So when people say by removing all guns, that's not going to happen anytime soon because America is too gun control. Because every country,
that's part of the culture.
Is different. Yeah, every culture is different. So when people say that, it's like that's not going to happen. But a way to compromise is by doing more background checks, embark people who have mental health problems or criminal backgrounds, and like specific license. That's the way to fix America's gun problem, by make it background checks, IDs, make it harder to get a gun, and there's a certain license. So if you want to get a hunter's license, you get a hunter's license. If you want to get a civilian use, you get a civilian license.
I get that. It's reasonable. Yeah, like some. I probably like if I was running Canada, I wouldn't have like be really nilly like America. But I would not be too restrictive. Like as long as you required, as long as you have like the basic requirements, yeah, cool, whatever. Because some people you gotta.
You say what basic requirement would you have?
Like if you're mentally ill, fuck off. Like that type of. No mental illness, people. You have to be born in the country to even, like, for example, and if you're a foreigner, you have to like start getting your citizenship or some shit or whatever. to even consider getting a gun and it actually has to go through. But stuff like that.
What about criminal background checks as well to prevent, like, say, well, of course, I'm not saying criminals won't get guns, but make it a bit harder to get a gun legal.
Well, okay. When it comes to a criminal, like if you've done something bad before, but you like paid it off or like whatever, then yeah, you can own a gun. But if you have it, it'd be a little more harder, I guess.
Then you're like, no Brendel.
I guess, but it's 5.
Interesting. No, I didn't know for like a long time that I know you actually were very, well, to be fair, you're libertarian as fucking it, so you like really want like the lowest form of government or that type of shit. But I'm genuinely surprised that you actually are like more pro gun owner, because I'm kind of like, I would not say I'm the opposite, but I'm more like
Well, you're
of
not
like,
commie. It's more like classic liberal. That's what I get. Like old school liberal thing. You can have guns, but you need to have like regulation, all this regulation shit or whatever. Which
yeah.
I'm not fully for, but whatever. You're not
Well, I think-
communist. You're
well, the
not
thing
dumb
is,
Marxist.
the reason why that you need to have checks and balance, because in an ideal world, nobody wants checks and balance. But unfortunately, we live in a world, the reality that there is shit happens. So you need to have checks and balance. Not in a way of like is unbearable, but in a way it's just like protect the bad apples of like removing, like making harm of the good apples. You get what I'm saying?
I get that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All
So
right,
that's
just answer this question. Who's Gideon? He's a stupid like streamer, prank retard. I've done numerous videos talking about this guy. If you need to know the
doesn't need-
idea, go watch my videos. The guy's like did a horrible EDP thing, like using actual miner to keep like goading EDP into it. I've talked about it numerous times. That's all you need to really know about him. He is scum of the earth.
Wait,
But
can I-
this is 5:12 p.m. where I am living, and I have to do a stream in just a little over 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna say this. Thank you for everyone who's showing up. Thank you, Prince,
you.
Christian, Josh. Thank you for everyone who's showing up. Cringeathons will be back. I will make an announcement on the community post. We'll be doing that at some point, possibly this month on a subject. I'll have to see how that goes. But yeah,
Okay.
thank you for everyone who showed up. Any last minute things you want to plug your shit in, Prince, if you have anything?
Oh no, I'll just say fuck Gideon, innit?
Yeah, agreed. Fuck Gideon. But thank you for everyone showing to my stream. Take care. And of course, God bless.
Yeah.